drone attacks, and fears of a wider Middle East war, the battlefield has suddenly gone quiet. For the second straight day, no American airstrikes, no Iranian missile barrages. So what's behind this sudden silence? Is Washington running low on the missiles needed to defend its forces? Or is this a deliberate pause to give diplomacy one last chance? Here's what we know. The renewed fighting erupted after Iran targeted commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz, triggering a powerful American military response. Over the following days, the United States struck Iranian military infrastructure, coastal facilities, and strategic targets. Iran retaliated with missile and drone attacks against bases hosting American troops across the region. The conflict reached a dangerous point when Iranian missiles struck a U.S. base in Jordan, killing 3 American service members. Another U.S. soldier was killed in Iraq. But now, for the second consecutive night, the guns have fallen silent. The Pentagon has not officially explained why the strikes stopped. However, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Mike Waltz says President Donald Trump is giving talks some space, while negotiations continue through Oman and other mediators.
Well, Shannon, it shouldn't surprise you the New York Times is off base. As the president said, we are locked and loaded. Even more assets are going into theater. But he's giving talks some space. He's giving it a little bit of room. We've had both Oman and Iran and a number of our other negotiators engaged at every level, from the most senior levels all the way down to the technical level over the past few weeks, and particularly in the past few days. Well, he has a number of escalation options, whether that is infrastructure, power that is powering the IRGC and their war economy. And I won't take any options off the table here for the president, but I can tell you, and I just spoke with our great Secretary Hegseth, all of those options are on the table. We have everything we need to conduct this campaign.
Iran has also confirmed that it halted attacks after the United States stopped its bombardment, raising hopes that both sides may be trying to rescue the fragile interim ceasefire. But beneath this diplomatic optimism, a bigger question is emerging. Did the US pause because it is running short of interceptor missiles? According to reports by the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, senior American military officials privately warned that continued large-scale operations could severely strain US stocks of Patriot and THAAD air defense interceptors across the Middle East. Analysts at the Center for Strategic and International Studies estimate that more than 1,500 Patriot interceptors may already have been used since the conflict began, leaving fewer than 1,000 available. They warn that prolonged operations against Iran could weaken America's ability to respond to an even larger conflict elsewhere, particularly one involving China. The White House, however, strongly rejects those concerns. President Donald Trump insists America has far more munitions than anyone in the world, and far more than we need. The Pentagon also says the US military has every capability required to carry out any mission ordered by the president. Still, officials acknowledge that Iran has been adapting its tactics, changing missile flight paths, speeds, and maneuvers to force American air defense systems to fire more interceptors with every attack. Meanwhile, diplomacy is once again taking center stage. Negotiators from Oman continue discussions with Tehran over shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway that carries nearly 1/5 of the world's oil supply. One proposal under discussion would ease restrictions on commercial vessels while allowing Iran to retain a limited role in managing transit through the strait. Commercial shipping remains below normal levels. The U.S. Navy says traffic through Hormuz has dropped to a 3-week low, although no new attacks have been reported in the past 72 hours. The 60-day interim ceasefire agreement is now entering its crucial phase. Yet the biggest issue of all, Iran's nuclear program, remains untouched. And as negotiators race against time, this pause may determine whether the Middle East moves back toward diplomacy or returns to another devastating round of war.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.